Good morning. You're watching PA Harness Week, racing's fastest paced half hour. We are happy to kick off another season today. I'm Charlotte McBride, joined by Heather Vitale. We have so much planned for this week's show. We're going to talk to all the big trainers, the drivers, and of course, show you the big money races. Hi, Heather.
First of all, Charlotte, I missed you.
I missed you too.
So much. And I'm going to tell you, if today's show is an indication of this season, it's going to be absolutely off the chain.
That's right. We have a lot of great stuff to get to. Here's what you can expect to see in this next half hour. What a first show we have for you today. Exciting stakes action from right here at Harrah's, Philadelphia. The Betsy Ross, the Maxie Lee, the Commodore Barry, and you'll see one of the top horses in the country, Captain Crunch. We'll also head to the Poconos and showcase the 3-year-old fillies in Sire Stakes action. The first race we're going to talk about is the Betsy Ross. Of course, that's a $100,000 invitational for open pacing mares. Now, there are two horses to watch. First off, the number 7, Chartin. Of course, you know that horse all too well. It's the favorite and last year's Dan Patch Award winner for best pacing mare in the country. Of course, another horse to watch is the number 3 horse, Caviar Alley. We're picking this one as a close second place choice in this one, looking for her 3rd win in a row.
25-2. There's no playing around here, and Caviar Alley has the lead. Chartin is wrangled back into the pocket after that very fast opening quarter. Tequila Monday is 3rd by a length in this pace. Now slows. Apple Bottom Jeans is 4th. Outside You Are My Candy Girl moves up 5th, flushing out Apple Bottom Jeans from 4th. Inside Delightful Memphis looks to shoot the gap. Eclipse Me is involved in the outer flow, and Liz Patty trails the field, and Caviar Alley's up by a length and a half past a 55-2 half. She got away with a 30-second quarter. Up the back stretch they go, and Chartin has had enough of it. Dietrich pops pocket now on Caviar Alley. Length and a half back, Apple Bottom Jeans 3rd. Inside gap 4th, Tequila Monday. Outside You Are My Candy Girl 5th, but back to the topper. We've got a major battle. Chartin on the outside, Caviar Alley on the inside. They are noses apart. Length and a half back, Apple Bottom Jeans is 3rd. Towards the inside, 4th, Tequila Monday. 121-3 for 3 quarters. Caviar Alley on the inside, Chartin right alongside. Length and a half back, Apple Bottom Jeans 3rd. Back to 4th, Tequila Monday. They straighten away. Caviar Alley, Chartin, none of them giving an inch. Outside Chartin now takes over. Caviar Alley fights back. Outside Apple Bottom Jeans trying to take it away. Final 100. Chartin, Caviar Alley, Apple Bottom Jeans down to the finish. Chartin and a game winning the Betsy Ross.
Everybody at home, pinch yourself. Like right now, I'm telling you, you are not dreaming. You just witnessed 2 of the gutsiest mares out there in a race that will go down in history. First of all, we've got Caviar Alley. She's setting some interesting fractions. Chartin's in the 2-hole, but Chartin is not going to stay there. She's going to go and battle Caviar Alley. Honestly, it gives me goosebumps just reliving it. So we've got Chartin prevailing in 149-2 for Jim King Jr., his stable. Caviar Alley, props to her. She was such a great second. Apple Bottom Jeans was 3rd. Now, we got to talk to the connections of Chartin co-owners, Joanne Looney King and Tim Tetrick, who own this mare with Rich Palucci. Now, first, we're going to start talking to Tim Tetrick, who happened to be the driver as well.
You know, it was a chess match. I thought he was just going to sting me a little bit, and then he wanted to cut it, so I had to go in the hole. And, you know, whenever he went so slow, if I stayed in there, I'm going to get locked in, so I had to take my chance, you know. And then I wore her down, and my mare showed that she's a great horse.
I know that you have driven some great horses, Andrew Vet being one of my favorites. You know, just tell me about a mare that is just good year after year. I know the year's just starting, but she's showing off again, Chartin is.
Oh, yeah, and she come back smarter, which was kind of a drawback from her last year a little bit. Sometimes she would get in trouble. You know, this year she's come back really smart and allowed me to do my job. And, you know, she's just, I can't say enough good words about her. She's tough as nails and just likes to win.
Chartin and a game winning the Betsy Ross.
It doesn't come about that very often where you get a horse like this that comes into your life. I mean, are there words really to explain how important she is?
Oh, you just work a lifetime. You have a hard time paying your bills. You take horse after horse, and is this the one? And I've always been looking for that one horse. Always been looking, and I found her. I'm one of the lucky ones I found.
Well, while you're sitting there on your couch sipping your morning latte, you're probably thinking to yourself, I don't want to think. That's why I'm watching this show. And entertain? Well, we're going to make you think a little bit, just a little bit. Heather loves trivia. So she's picked out quite the trivia question for you today.
Yes, you know, later on we're going to see the 2019 edition of the Maxie Lee Memorial. So I thought, how about this for a little trivia? Who is the only horse to win the Maxie Lee twice? Okay? And I'm going to give you the answer, but not right now.
Not right now. We do have to take a quick break, but stay with us because Heather will have the answer coming up.
Comes $50 bill.
We do have more fantastic races to come, including this year's Maxie Lee Memorial, as Heather mentioned, and the Commodore Barry when we come right back. Don't go anywhere.
At Mohegan Sun Pocono, the colors shine a little brighter. The meals are just a little tastier, and the slots a little hotter. When you're here with great friends, the good times seem to last a little longer, and you just may feel a little luckier. Best of all, it's all a little closer, so you can shine on anytime you like. Shine on, Mohegan Sun Pocono.
Luck be with you, and luck be with you is out and after the front, and some star somewhere tracks that move on the outside.
Welcome back. You're watching PA Harness Week on this Saturday morning. Before the break, we asked you a trivia question, and now Heather has the answer.
Okay, who is the only horse to win the Maxie Lee Memorial twice? It is the legendary Buckeye St. Pat. She showed off her girl power against the boys in 2008 and then again in 2010.
And speaking of Buckeye St. Pat is the feature in our Blast from the Past from 2010. It's the Maxie Lee Memorial. Here's the call.
Buckeye St. Pat is poised to pounce from the pocket, and she's got room to split rivals at the 8th pole. Here comes Buckeye St. Pat taking over from Southern Rocket Top. Farrafan all out. Big Boy Lloyd off cover, but it's Buckeye St. Pat, a mare for the ages in the Maxie Lee.
Thank you so much to James Witherite for that awesome call. And there's a reason that Buckeye St. Pat was voted the United States Aged Trotting Mare of the Year, trained by Burke Stable. She wins the 2008, and then you just saw the 2010. Both times she won in 152-2, and both times driven by Tim Tetrick.
There we go. And now, speaking of the Maxie Lee Memorial, let's get to the 2019 Maxie Lee Memorial. Of course, the $100,000 invitational for open trotters. Now, we have 3 horses we want you to keep an eye on in this race. First off, the number 2, Guardian Angel Oz, is the favorite, and of course, coming off a big win. Number 3, Homicide Hunter, second choice to become the fastest trotter in history last year. Of course, you've got to keep your eye on the number 6 horse in this one, Pink Man, of course, the 2015 Hambletonian winner.
They race up the bank stretch. Guardian Angel Odds braces for the challenge now of the upstart Trolley. Pinkman still in the pocket third. On the outside, Homicide Hunter is fourth. Only 2 lengths off the lead. Well positioned by Napolitano with less than 3/8 to go. The Hopflight Angel is no place to go fifth. Third up into the flow, $50 bill. Grasado Delanoche is no place to go. And Will Take Charge is dead last. 3/4, 123-2. Guardian Angel Odds still being handled confidently. Outside Trolley is second, 3 wide. Here comes $50 bill. Inside, Pinkman's looking for racing room. Top Flight Angel is behind him. Will Take Charge is on the scene. Still 5 lengths of work to do as they straighten away. Guardian Angel Oz is the one to catch. Now Tetrick's going to work. Outside, Pinkman second. $50 bill rallies on down to center, but it's Guardian Angel Oz. The Bionic Man wins the Maxie Lee.
So you know there's a saying, you're never supposed to drive faster than your guardian angel can fly? Have you ever heard that? Yeah,
I have heard that.
Okay, so now what happens if you're actually driving a guardian angel, right?
Good question.
Very good question. Okay, all I can tell you as Guardian Angel Oz and Tim Tetrick get to the front and then never look back. They end up winning in 151 flat for trainer Annette Lorenzen. Pinkman was second, and then $50 bill was third, and who did I have to track down? No pun intended.
Yep.
Tim Tetrick again.
When it comes to being a repeat offender on this big day, it is all about Tim Tetrick, the 6-time winner of the Maxie Lee Memorial. Tell me about Guardian Angel Oz. I saw him in the winner's circle. You had to take the bike off and everything.
He gets a little nervous. He's got tons of talent, and he's a work in progress, but, he's a horse that can absolutely fly when everything's right.
About the race, now I saw it line up exactly how it went. What were you envisioning?
I thought Homicide might get out of there a little better and Trolley would get off there, but Trolley didn't get off on the right foot, and he got in a bad spot when the outside tier looped him. And I knew Pinkman didn't want to cut it, I didn't think, and I thought he'd be happy to follow my horse. My horse has been strong every start this year so far, coming back at 5, and I eased my way to the front. It wasn't no easy half, 55, but my horse coasted the wire very well.
He is a beautiful animal, isn't he?
Absolutely gorgeous. He's big, he's black, and he's got a reach out way above his nose, and he's pretty to watch.
All right, so sometimes there are moments in racing that make us go, oh my gosh. And this race, the Commodore Barry, made us do just that. This is, of course, the $100,000 invitational for open pacers. We want you to take a look at 3 horses in this one. First off, the number 4 horse, Courtly Choice. That's the favorite in this one of the best 3-year-olds in the country last year. The next horse we want you to take a look at, the number 3, Don't Tell Me Again, driven by Tim Tetrick, who won, of course, the first 2 big races of the day. And, of course, we want you to take a look at the number 2, Rodeo Rock. I like the name. Just won his last race at Pocono in 1:49.
Torrid tempo continues up the back stretch. Tiger Thompson, the wall, coming back for more on the outside. These 2 throw down once again. Rodeo Rock is perfectly positioned with cover 3rd. Inside, Pacing Major getting shuffled as the wall clears the lead, nearing 3/4. Outside, Courtly Choice continues to advance in the flow. Don't Tell Me Again is capped off cover at the present. Western Joe stuffed back into 7th, and nothing yet from Filibuster Hanover. 3/4, 1:20-2. The wall trying to spring an upset. Rodeo Rock moves up to the saddle pad. Courtly Choice right there and waiting 3rd. Pacing Major got room. Stratton gears him to the inside. He's a bit rough on that turn, though, as they straighten on in. Inside, the wall clings to a narrow lead. Rodeo Rock's right alongside. Here's Courtly Choice storming down the center. Rodeo Rock in between. Courtly Choice with fresh legs. Courtly Choice, power sweep. Courtly Choice and the Commodore Barry.
I know he was the better's choice, but Courtly Choice really impressed me in this come-from-behind effort. He wins in 1:49-1, and he has proven now that he can handle the big boys. He was 3 last year, 4 now, going in the age pacing division, and with this win, he becomes harness racing's newest millionaire. So we caught up with a couple of the connections to find out more about this great horse.
And that is why he is not just David Miller, he is Hall of Famer David Miller, right? Tell me about that race. I was like, wow, what just happened?
Yeah, you know what, the other 2 races, there was a lot of horses leaving from the outside, and with the $50 bill, I got away too far back, and I made up my mind with him. I was just going to go ahead and step out as hard as I could and just see what happened, and actually they were going pretty hard, everybody from 6, 7, 8, all 3 left, and I was able to get a seat and come with cover, and they took me right to the head of the stretch. So I mean, the trip actually worked out real good for him, but he raced well. I was happy with him. He didn't race very well at Flamborough there a couple weeks ago, but he seemed to bounce back today.
Blake, he's 4 years old now, and he was the youngest in the race. Tell me a little bit about that transition from a 3-year-old to a 4-year-old and competing against older horses.
He's really come back great. Other than last week there in the mud, I just don't think he likes the mud. He qualified unreal. He beat some really nice horses qualifying. And, I had no worries about it today. I thought, we were the best in there. I don't want to sound cocky, but I thought he was the best in there, and he proved it today.
We do have to take a quick break, but we have a lot of action when we return. Coming up, we'll take a look at the 3-year-old trotting fillies from the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. It's coming right up.
Asiago the lead. Fade into you, getting into it now on the inside and gaining on the leader here.
It's Mac Lobel, and he's pouring it on. It's Niatros by 4, and he's going away.
The Harness Racing Museum and Hall of Fame, a place where heroes come to life, preserving harness racing's treasured past while promoting its exciting future. And now get ready to harness your excitement with the thrill of harness racing's 3D simulator. The Harness Racing Museum and Hall of Fame, now offering free admission. Bigger, better, bolder than ever.
The Harness Horse Youth Foundation, changing lives since 1976 by providing unforgettable experiences while educating young racing fans. The Harness Horse Youth Foundation, hands-on equine learning at camps across the country and driving exhibitions. The Harness Horse Youth Foundation, providing scholarships, leadership programs, career and college information. Support the Harness Horse Youth Foundation. Log on to hhyf.org and find us on Facebook. The Harness Horse Youth Foundation, growing our future with enthusiasm.
Welcome back. You're watching PA Harness Week, racing's fastest paced half hour. We still have a lot more to get to in this show, but first, we want to take a break and show you the live racing schedule where you can catch some of the best races this week. At the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono, live harness racing this week is Saturday and Sunday with a post time of 7 p.m. Monday and Tuesday, the first race starts at 4 p.m. And at Harrah's Philadelphia, Sunday racing with a post time of 12:40 p.m. Then on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the first race post time is at 12:25.
Here it is, June already, so that means right around the corner is Sun Stakes Saturday at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. It's taking place on June 29th. Okay, we've got the Ben Franklin pace, we've got the Max Hemp pace, we've got the Lynch pace, and the Earl Beale Memorial Trot.
Lots of great races.
Yes, $2 million in purses on the card. It is a do not miss this. Put it on your calendar, put it in your phone. Do what you have to do. Save that date, June 29th.
And speaking of Pocono, I think this is the perfect time to kind of segue into some great Pocono races. Of course, we're talking about 3 divisions of Sire Stakes action. We're going to start with race number 5. In this one, we have 2 favorites. I don't like to say the word favorites, but just keep your eye on 2 horses because they're really neck and neck in this one, in our opinion. Number 7, Swizzle Sticks, which might be my favorite name of the week. What? I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Fair enough.
And the number 4 horse, Nomo Volo. They're getting the most play because they were both second in Sire Stakes competition at the Meadows in their last starts.
Nomo Volo on top, reaches 127-1, 28-3 on the back stretch. Nomo Volo the lead. Swizzle Sticks continues to improve on the outside. Meanwhile, Navarone Hanover taking closer notice in the pocket as well. And Fate Smile just 2.5 back and forth. Top of the stretch, Nomo Volo by a length. And Jeff Gregory calling on him for more. He's responding here. Navarone Hanover on the inside is second, but having a hard time gaining. Meanwhile, Swizzle Sticks fading. Nomo Volo still the lead. Navarone Hanover will come up short. It's Nomo Volo all the way for the victory.
Thank you to the awesome track announcer at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono, Jim Baviglia. We miss you. Okay, now let's get to the results. Nomo Volo, she's the daughter of Explosive Matter. She wins in 156, and this was a rainy, sloppy night as well. She does it in gate-to-wire fashion with Jeff Gregory in the bike, who's also the trainer, by the way. Now, she won just a neck over Navarone Hanover, and third was Grimmy Hanover.
And moving into the next division of Pennsylvania Sire Stakes races, this is race number 10. We're going to take a look at a few horses in this one. The number 7, the Ice Duchess, named Canada's top 2-year-old trotting filly last year. That, of course, is the heavy favorite in this one. Also, though, getting support, the number 5 horse, Asiago, winning 2 out of her 4 starts this year.
Asiago still seems to be under wraps for George Napolitano Jr. Fade Into You staying close in the pocket. A length and a half back to third, and Antonia. Jazzy Fashion first over, now second over as Antonia steps out in front of her. Gives Sweet Madam room to move up inside. The Ice Duchess is still 6th and 8 away, and a matter of fact at the back. It's been Asiago since the very start here, up by a length and a quarter, 3/4, 127 even, 28-3 on the back, and Asiago opening up the lead now to 2.5. Inside Fade Into You moves back into second over Antonia. Jazzy Fashion is 4th and 5 away. Top of the stretch, Asiago the lead. Fade Into You getting into it now on the inside and gaining on the leader here. Asiago by 3 parts of a length.
Asiago set the fractions in 155 and 2, and that was actually the fastest division of the Sire Stakes for these trotting fillies on this night. She's a daughter of Muscle Hill. For trainer Per Englum, Fade Into You had a perfect trip. She took second. The Ice Duchess was third, now getting back to the winner, Asiago. The driver was George Napolitano Jr., and Charla caught up with George to talk a little about the race and what a fantastic season he had in 2018 in the Keystone State.
All right, it's great to be back here with Georgie Knapp. George, we just showed your race with Asiago. It must be great to drive a horse like that.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity. Nice horse to drive. Great horses make drivers look good, plain and simple.
And now we're deep into 2019. You're coming off a great year, 2018, winningest driver at Pocono and here at Harrah's. Does that go through your mind at all when you're thinking, I got to keep up that title?
Yeah, I mean, it's it's nice to try and keep it. It's a lot of stress, and it's at the end of the day, I try and win every race I'm in. But I'm very blessed and lucky to have the trainers behind me, and I put my trust and hope in them.
Do you feel like there's a lot of stress because there's a little bit of a target on your back? Someone else wants that title.
Oh yeah, big target, and at the end of the day, somebody's going to get it one day. I mean, me and Timmy been battling here for years. Mm-hmm. He's definitely the bionic man here. But, at Poconos, I've held it for so many years that, sooner or later somebody's going to earn it and grab it, but I'm not going to give it to them.
And now for the third and final Pennsylvania Sire Stakes division of the night. It's race number 11, and it was an exciting one. We want you to take a look at two horses in this one. The number 2 horse, Beautiful Sin, made her 2019 debut with none other than Tim Tetrick and was the favorite in this one. And then the number 7 horse, Millie's Possession, a close second choice at the windows and is undefeated. 3 for 3 this year.
Fractions seem tepid, definitely raining hard in the sloppy track, but still doesn't seem like it's too taxing out there right now for Fired by Lindy on the front end. Pocket seat there for Miller with Magical Beliefs, and on the outside, Millie's Possession coming a long way first over, but right up on the leader now a length away for Dunn. Meanwhile, Beautiful Sin following up that live cover. She's within 2 for Tetrick. Boxed in 5th, Southwind Kasha. Windy Corner getting into a 3rd over the deep trailer rush lane. 3/4, 128-2, 29 even on the back stretch. Fired by Lindy facing all kinds of pressure here from Millie's Possession. Meanwhile, Magical Belief still right there in the pocket. Beautiful Sin is 3 back on the outside. 4th. Top of the stretch, Fired by Lindy looking to find a little more. Millie's Possession on her outside. Inside room for Magical Beliefs. Now moving up late, Beautiful Sin, but Millie's Possession takes over.
Millie's Possession wins her Sire Stakes division with a first up move in 156-3. She's a daughter of Possess the Will, and she had the driving services of Dexter Dunn, and now she is undefeated so far for 2019. 4-4-4 for Jim Campbell's stable. The $480,000 yearling purchase, Beautiful Sin took 2nd, and then 3rd was Fired by Lindy.
We do have to take a quick break, but we still have much more when we return. And coming up, one of the top pacers in the country right now, well, it's named after a cereal, Captain Crunch. I like it, and you should too. When we come right back, you'll see him in action and find out how he got his famous name.
At Mohegan Sun Pocono, the colors shine a little brighter. The meals are just a little tastier, and the slots a little hotter. When you're here with great friends, the good times seem to last a little longer, and you just may feel a little luckier. Best of all, it's all a little closer, so you can shine on anytime you like. Shine on, Mohegan Sun Pocono.
Welcome back. You are watching PA Harness Week, racing's fastest pace half hour. Well, last Sunday, right here at Harrah's, Philadelphia, there were 3 divisions of PA Sire Stakes, but really the race that everyone wants to see is the last one of the day, featuring the one and only Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch has the lead. Outside, Volleyball Beach is up to the wheels 2nd. Flame Hanover trying to stay in contact 3rd. Length and half back, Warwi Unique 4th. Outside, Highland Beach Lover could not stay with cover. An effortless 122 and 1/3 for Captain Crunch, is up by 2. Flame Hanover's 2nd. Volleyball Beach is 3rd. Inside, Warwi Unique 4th. As they straighten away for the stretch drive, Captain Crunch now draws away. Flame Hanover trying to protect 2nd. Outside, Volleyball Beach is laboring. Warwi Unique up the inside. They come down to the finish. The road to the Meadowlands pace goes through Captain Crunch.
Toad totally on cruise control. Captain Crunch and his driver Scott Ziron crossed the wire in 149-2 over a Flame Hanover and Warri Unique. Now, last year, the son of Captain Treacherous won a lot of big events, including the Breeders' Crown at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. And by the looks of it, 2019, it's going to be another fantastic year for him. I got to pull aside trainer Nancy Johansson to talk about this monster of a horse.
He does it with such ease.
Yeah, it's almost like watching him train because he just doesn't even break a sweat barely. You know, he just went around there really easy, never pulled his plugs or anything, and it was a good mile for him. You know, he's got the North American Cup eliminations coming up, so I think we're set up well for that.
Tell me the story about how you guys found him, because it's a lovely, beautiful story. It really is.
So I brought my daughter to Harrisburg. She really doesn't like anything with racehorses. I don't even know where she came from. She's nothing like me. So she came with us because my son played in a baseball tournament, so she had like the worst of the two things to pick from: hang out with mom all day at Harrisburg or watch her brother play baseball all day. So she decided to come to Harrisburg. And I was like, Ella, you know, why don't you try to learn something while you're here? Let's pick out a horse. So I'm looking at horses at a different consignment, and she like wanders off, and she's petting this big colt over at Walnut Ridge, and he's got his head down like in her chest, and she's just petting away on him. Before she leaves, she says to me, "You have to find people to buy this colt." And I was like, great, no pressure. Find people to buy Captain Treacherous out of a sister to Sweet Lou. Let's just go find some people. But luckily, I was able to find people, and we got them bought, and the rest is just a fairy tale from here.
I love it too, and if you notice, like, there's people in the winner's circle with Captain Crunch t-shirts on as well, so that was awesome. Is that his original name, Captain Crunch?
No, actually it was Captain Bean, but Ella and my mom changed his name to Captain Crunch. And that was like the only unhealthy cereal we were allowed to eat as children. So it works out good that it was Captain something. But sometimes we were allowed to eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch, so I always said when Crunch goes to Stansted, I get to name the first colt Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
We also want to recognize the other two winners from Pennsylvania Sire Stakes competition on that Sunday. First of all, in race 3, it was won by Southwind Ozzy, a son of Some Beach Somewhere, who was driven by Hall of Famer Brian Sears in 148-4 for trainer Bill McKenzie. And then in race 7, we saw Lions Nighthawk, a son of Sweet Lou, cross the wire first with driver Tim Tetrick in 150 flat for trainer Gareth Dowse. Congratulations to the connections of those incredible 3-year-olds.
What's trending? Well, we are, of course. Check us out on the web and social media. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. We're pretty much everywhere where you are. For all things PA Harness Week, check out harnessweek.com. On Twitter, we're at PA Harness Week, and on Facebook, we're at Harness Week.
And don't forget, everybody, the Don't Miss It night of the year. I'm telling you, June 29th at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono, a huge Sun Stakes Saturday. Mark your calendars now.
It's been a great first show. Thanks so much for tuning in to NBC Sports Philadelphia. We will see you same time, same place next week.